Yesterday night, a story broke that Anton Martial is being wanted by Inter Milan. And as today morning, we're having a story that he's being offered to a Turkish side known as Fenerbahce, and Jodan Sancho being put up for sale by Erik ten Hag. And I'm going to give you my honest thoughts about these entire stories, as the deal of Harry Maguire also is in the pipeline to get it sealed this weekend. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? My Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak. No, it's Juma Karim, and hope you guys are really having a fantastic day onto this channel. Smash the like button, close to 400 times, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Premier League is back and it's starting today, and I think today I'll happen to give you my Manchester United predictions in a nick of time. So just keep it United Matters channel, and I'm going to be here to bring you my thoughts about our Premier League predictions as we kickstart off our season on Monday night at Old Trafford as we host Wolverhampton Wanderers, who sacked their manager Lopetegui and gave the former Bournemouth manager the job. That is it. Now, let's start off with Jodan Sancho. He's one of those that has been in the news for a very, very long time. Even at the end of the season, he was one of those players that he was being talked about leaving the club of Manchester United, that Ten Hag wanted him off, but nothing was going to happen. And if at all you saw how Ten Hag really played him, it shows you that he has a very huge plan for him. But today morning, Court Offside have gone ahead to let us know that Erik ten Hag is currently open to letting Jodan Sancho leave Man United as long as a realistic offer is made. He also wants assurances those funds will be reinvested. However, any approaches too late in the window could force him to reconsider. And he also continued and said that he's got offside Aston Villa monitoring Jodan Sancho's situation. Some other sides in the Premier League and others abroad have also internally discussed him. Mounting interest in the player could lead to a late transfer dash. Now, when you look at all these stories, to me they don't add up. Why? You are talking about if it goes to a late transfer window, it could force Erik ten Hag to reconsider, right? Look at this. And then they also come out and say mounting interest in the player could lead to a late transfer dash. Now, obviously, this does not obviously go ahead and coincide with what you have been telling us in the first place. But let me try to throw some light about Jodan Sancho. Now, some people are naive about what a squad game is all about. Football is a squad game. Now, look at Jodan Sancho, right? How many strikers do you have at Manchester United? Anton Martial, Rasmus Højlund, and Marcus Rashford. Because some games, Marcus Rashford is going to be played as a centre forward. Now, if Marcus Rashford is played as a centre forward, who is going to be left as a left attacking midfielder? Garnacho only, not so? Now, why do people try to really paint an image that Jodan Sancho is not going to have ample playing time? That is it. If last season he really had it, do you think he's not going to have it this season? Now, another question. How many right attacking midfielders do we have? Anthony, who is an injury-prone player, it's proven. And Amad Diallo, who is not yet proven to the club of Man United, but he's also injured. What does that boil or train to? It trains to Jodan Sancho having a very big role to play in the season of Man United. People think that a season can only go like that and you use one player in a single position. That's out. At a point X, Garnacho will get injured, and we'll need another player to come in through and get the job done. At a point X, Anthony will be injured and you'll need another player. Even if Amad Diallo will be there, you'll be needing another player to obviously service all that, and that is Jodan Sancho. So, if Ten Hag had brought in another versatile or multi-dimensional winger at the club of Manchester United, I would have come out and really said, all right, all what they are saying is really right. But I don't see this story making sense to me, because Jodan Sancho is just 23 years of age and there is a lot he's going to have to improve in his game. One of the most lacking bits in his game were his pace and his work rate, and he improved on it when he returned from Netherlands, and his work rate is no longer a question in the Erik ten Hag's in Erik ten Hag's memory. So lots of boxes Sanchez gonna hate to tick, but he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. Trust me, he's going nowhere. And if at all United are calling in for £45 million for Scott McTominay, how many do you think United will call in for Jodan Sancho? They'll call in for like 60 or 70 million pounds for the player. And which team is willing to offer that amount of money? Aston Villa is being talked about, of which I don't believe they are going to spend more money after their progress to sign Nicolo Zaniolo. They're going to have to spend a lot of money, and I don't think it's in line for them to spend some other 50 million pounds for Jodan Sancho. So that deal is really out of reach, and United cannot make that deal. According to me, I don't see that deal really materializing because Sancho is an integral member of the squad. Now, remember what Ten Hag said in his interview with Sky Sports about the minutes I've been going to have to add it into the squad. He said, if at all they're adding in more 10 minutes to play in every game because they need to play a full 90-minute game, then they need to obviously allow us add more players to the squad. That's what Ten Hag really said, meaning that in the scenario where we are lacking lots of players at the club of Man United, then you cannot obviously let Jodan Sancho out of the club of Manchester United. Yet he's one of those players I think that are proven under Erik ten Hag. You saw him in the preseason when Ten Hag played him as a right winger, he played him as a left winger, he played him as a central attacking midfielder, he played him as a false number 9, meaning that he's one of the few versatile players that we have at the club of Manchester United that Ten Hag will always love at the club to really thrive more and more and more. If you tell me that this is his last season at Man United, if at all he doesn't prove Erik ten Hag right, I'll say yes. But selling him this summer, I don't see that happening because we are struggling to bring in 2 more players. That is a right-sided centre-back to replace Harry Maguire and a central defensive midfielder, you know. Now, before we even address all those concerns, why should we get out one of the players that we think is going to hate to do lots of things for the club of Man United and is really good, and every time he's put up on the field of play, he is going to hate to show to us that he's really one of the best players on the field of play at Man United. So I don't see that deal coming to pass, and I think it's a story being put out by maybe the agent of Jodan Sancho, as today is going to be what we call a pre-match press conference between the pre-match conference for Erik ten Hag between Man United and Wolverhampton Wanderers, meaning that they have to pose a question to Erik ten Hag about the future of Jodan Sancho, and I think he's going to let them know that I have the player in my plans. So let's leave that at that and let's go to this big Anthony Martial story. Late in the night, again, caught offside came out and really put up a story that Inter Milan are considering signing Anthony Martial. Manchester United are open to selling him. Even today morning, we've had a story that Anthony Martial has been offered to Fenerbahce. The player has told them his contract demands, and if they can't sign under, they will start attempts to sign Martial. Now, for the Anthony Martial situation, I'm really perplexed about it because Erik ten Hag is a man who wants 3 centre forwards, and right now he only has 2, of which the only fit centre forward he has is Anthony Martial because he returned. Rasmus Højlund is forcing his way through, or with his way back to Manchester United. Now, which other centre forward are we going to be left with? So, to my understanding, I know stories can be put outside there, and there is no smoke without fire. Anthony Martial leaving Manchester United is really hard. Do you know why? First, the most known part of him all is an injury-prone player. That is it. Secondly, the wages he earns per week. He earns £250,000 a week, and he's still having 1 year at Manchester United with a further option, meaning that he still has 4 years on his contract at the club of Manchester United. So that means all what he has is a huge demand for his salary. That is it. And United willing to sell him, if that was the case, they would have gone ahead to sell him way back at the beginning of the season because they knew how important it was for them to create themselves some space to obviously getting other players. Ten Hag has told us that Marcus Rashford enjoys playing at the left side, and he doesn't believe that maybe Garnacho is ready to obviously take on the mantle. And even if you have Garnacho and Marcus Rashford plus Rasmus Højlund, that's not enough for you, because you're going to play close to 70 games this season. You'll need more and more and more. Unless we are having a plan to bring in another centre forward, I don't see Antoine Martial leaving. If there is a plan for Manchester United to get in another centre forward, then I don't see this man leaving, because the centre forwards available are really expensive, and you don't expect United to get close to £30 million from Antoine Martial. That's out. So we wait and see how that pans out, but I don't see Antoine Martial leaving the club of Manchester United unless United gets in a centre forward that is going to match the desires and demands of Manchester United. And there is a very huge blocking factor of the salary that United will do. The same applies to Sancho and Anthony Martial. Will they obviously pay their contracts out like they're doing to Harry Maguire? I don't really fancy that to be. Now, lastly, as we really bring you the latest about Harry Maguire, this is the biggest and most accurate site from West Ham, known as ex-West Ham employee, have told us that West Ham will look to complete the signing of Harry Maguire over the weekend. Harry Maguire is set to leave Manchester United very, very soon. Personal terms have been agreed, and now what is really holding up this deal is, one, the discussions between Manchester United and Harry Maguire on how much they are willing to obviously offer to the player, especially as a payoff package to match his salary, as he's going to earn £100,000 per week at West Ham United. It shows you a huge drop-off at the club, a huge drop-off in Harry Maguire's salary, and United need to obviously try to do what we call a compensation for the player. But as it stands, I really believe it's really going to be smooth, and very soon United will offload this player. I really believe that he's really a very good player, but not for Manchester United. He's not a top level player. If I told he was really great, then even other huge teams would have gone ahead for him, but no team would love to go near him because he's not a modern centre back. That is it for Harry Maguire, and over the weekend his £30 million transfer from Man United to West Ham would have been given green light. So guys, your thoughts on to Sancho and Antoine Martial for sale are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Harry Maguire's situation at Man United, that he's going to be offloaded over the weekend? So guys, thank you guys for watching through. Rokan David remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Juma Karim to all the Muslim viewers and subscribers, and Barakallahu Fikum to you guys. My Christian viewers and subscribers, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later.